Hello family and friends, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener along with SK1 who is sitting beside me a little bit off camera. You can come around this way a little more, buddy, so they can see you. You can be a YouTube star for one day. Bring the chair.
Oh, okay.
So a couple of videos ago we did a mail call and we showed something we got, and I promised to do the actual unboxing and explain how it works a little bit. So today we're going to show our Aerogarden hydroponic system. Aerogarden was recommended to us by another content creator, Grow Something with Jeff. He's got a few of these, maybe not this exact teeny tiny model, but he's got some that he's successfully growing with. So we're going to unbox ours. I already took out some of the packing material. We're gonna show everything we've got. Me and Mrs. SG are gonna figure out exactly where we want to sit it, because this can pretty much go anywhere, and we are debating maybe behind our mini aquaponics tank or maybe over by our sitting area, but we'll figure that out, and then once we do this talking part, I'll set it up, and then I'll do a real short clip and show you guys what it looks like set up, and then I'll make a few follow-up videos, see how things are growing. So without further ado, we have our Aerogarden, I think it's the 760. We got a thingy in here. So, nope, the Aerogarden 360. So we have literally the smallest version of the Aerogarden, and it's neat. I can already see it's somewhat similar to, yeah, it's got a lot of plastic. I wish they did not put all this plastic on here, but it is what it is. So, got a little tape. Yep, it's super light right now. There's nothing in it, no water, obviously no medium for the plants to grow. But I would imagine it won't be that much heavier, because it looks like it's only gonna hold maybe a gallon of water, half gallon of water. I'll read through the instructions and I'll see. So yeah, easy peasy, no setup for this. So the unit already comes basically fully assembled. We got a power cord with it. Yep, standard US power plug. And that plugs in the back. And what the power cord does is helps it circulate the water and power the light on top. And there are 6 holes. That could be a better Vanna White, maybe turn it around. So there are 6 holes for planting in, and so I don't drop it my first day using it. We can see the UV lights, so it's self-enclosed, so this can go anywhere. You could stick this in a closet if you want to, because it's got the light, it's got the water, it's got the pump, it's got everything you need to grow food in it. And we got 3 buttons on the front: add plant food, add water, and light on off. So very, very simple. And it also came with some seed pods to go in. And yeah, I'm liking this already. thought from the size of the box that it would be about the same size as our little aquaponics beta fish tank, but it's actually probably only, I'd say, a third or a quarter the size of it, so it's really small. And that's okay, because this is a starter kit for me, Mrs. SG, and the boys. And if we like it as much as Jeff likes his, we can buy larger ones, or what we eventually plan to do is to set up either a hydroponics or aquaponics set in our garage so that we can grow food and maybe grow some fish in there too. So, you got a question, buddy? I see your point.
Like lift up.
Oh yeah, I think it'll lift up. I think Jeff said this will go up to 18 inches. But yeah, the light raises it. I should have pointed that out. So I gotta have my helper here. So, looking at it, you would think you can only get plants that are a few inches high in there, but you can actually raise and lower the light. So Jeff said it wouldn't be good for growing things like tomatoes that are going to grow into huge plants. This is good for, you know, things like maybe green onions, herbs, small lettuce plants. But my wife's favorite vegetable is, oh, she's not listening to me. My wife's favorite vegetable is bok choy, and this will be perfect to grow a fast-growing plant like bok choy in. We can do 6, and then they'll grow every 3-4 weeks. We'll have a new crop of bok choy in here, and we may experiment with other things, but initially that'll be our favorite one. So I think she's watching her favorite TV show, Eat Bulaga, over there. So I can't compete with Eat Bulaga. And all our Filipinas and Filipino friends, they'll know what that is, even though I'm probably pronouncing it wrong again. But that's an aside. So the Aerogarden comes with seed pods. So the seed pods are similar to the grow system we got from Park Seed. There's a little, I want to say a sponge inside with a hole in it. So you drop your seed in there. If you can see it, you drop your seed in there. You drop your pod into one of the holes, like I just did off camera. Apologies for the poor camera angle. And that pod is down at the water level, so the sponge will get wet. It'll keep the plant moist, and the plant will grow through the sponge and grow up hopefully into a nice healthy plant for our garden. And we also have, when you first put the seed in, you've got a little humidity dome that you can put over it, and then that will help the plant germination until it's up enough. You take the humidity dome off and everything is good. So we've got 6 of those pods in there. We've also got what I probably should have pulled out first, the instruction manual, but this is pretty simple. I will look through the instruction manual, but this is very, very simple. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you the last thing, which is a little recipe card for pesto on one side and tomato cucumber salad with mint on the other side. So I guess we could maybe, I'll have to talk to Mrs. SG, maybe we'll do some bok choy in here, and then we'll do maybe 1 or 2 herbs, maybe a basil. Yeah, we'll see. We have time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I'm going to read the instruction manual a little bit more thoroughly, get this set up, and then I'll bring you guys back and let you see where we ultimately decide to set up our little arrow garden. But I have thoughts of where it'll go. I think I mentioned we've got plant food to go with it. The plant food cycles in with the water. So again, there's 3 buttons on the front. Add plant food. So we'll know when to do that and when to add water. So those lights will pop up when we need to do either of those. So very simple. There's a little motor in the base which powers the pump and the light. Yeah, very simple. So I guess one really nice feature about this is you do not need a ton of water. I'm sure the instruction book will tell me how much to add the first time, but I'm looking at this base and I'm thinking it probably only needs a few cups of water for this size Aerogarden. Yeah, it'll be nice. So let me stop here, get this set up, and then I'll bring you guys back and give you a quick shot of it set up in action, and then I'll let you know what seeds we ultimately decided to put in here. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we did decide we're going to put our Aerogarden here in our kitchen next to our little aquaponics tank, but I have to make a couple of corrections. First, we have the second smallest Aerogarden, and we actually have the Harvester, not the 360. I double checked the box, so I'm assuming there's one with maybe 4 holes in it. Couple of other cool features on here. Let's see if you guys can see it. Matter of fact, let me see what you're seeing. So the Aerogarden, well, our lighting is poor. Let me start over again. So our Aerogarden, these 3 buttons are very important. I actually took the time to read through the small instruction book. So when we fill this up, which we're not going to tonight, I'm gonna fill this up and turn it on first thing in the morning, because the light actually has a timer. So when I turn it on, the light will come on and it'll stay on for 15 hours each day. So that's optimal light for the plants. It'll come on automatically, it'll go off automatically. The water button, when the water goes below a certain point, it'll come on to remind you to add water, but you don't have to wait for that to come on. You can add water anytime you see that it's low. So we'll also get a reminder twice a month to add fertilizer to the direction on the fertilizing bottle. So this, it really does help you to grow. There's no excuse to say you have a green thumb with this, because Aerogarden does basically everything you need to do. So first thing in the morning, I'm going to fill 4 seed packs up with our Purple Lady bok choy, and I'm going to fill 2 pods up with our Italian flat leaf parsley, and I'll add that clip of me turning it on. It's not rocket science, but yeah, we want to go with this from start to finish. And one other thing that SK1 asked, he said, "Dad, why can't you grow tomatoes in the Aerogarden? There's a tomato on the picture on the pack." So if I said that you can't grow tomatoes in it, I misspoke earlier. You can grow tomatoes, but it's not the optimal device for growing tomatoes, because we know that they'll get big. You do have to prune plants as they grow, and if you put a tomato in there, you'll be pruning for days. But you can prune one in there, especially if it's a vining type. But you just don't put as many plants if you got something that's going to spread a lot in there. So great question from him. Just wanted to make sure I clear that up. when we first put the plants in, we'll put the hood, the light hood down to its lowest setting. We'll cover the plants, and you'll see that in the morning when I set it up. And as the plants grow, we'll raise the light up as much as we can. But with bok choy and basil, we don't have to worry about that, because when the bok choy gets big enough, it'll get eaten. And the basil, where's the light? As the basil grows, we'll be pruning it periodically to use in our cooking videos and our non-cooking videos, our cooking that's not on videos. So I think I covered everything in the Aerogarden. I'm gonna set it up in the morning, and I'll add a brief clip of this and try to get it uploaded for you guys so you can see us starting. And that, much like our other experiments indoors with indoor growing, I'll try to update you at least once a month on what's growing on. So I'll be right back with a quick clip, but just in case I forget, this is Rob, the Sapper gardener, representing Essayons Family Garden, saying God bless our great country America. You, wherever you reside around the world, your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family, to have health, success, and prosperity as we do. Take care. Sapper out, and
SK2 out.
And where's he at?
SK1 out.
Take care, everyone. In the words of sappers all around the world, I see the light.